Okay, I know what everyone's thinking. But Thomas, Kennedy cartoon sucks. Oh, Thomas, why didn't you put Kennedy cartoons at the bottom of the list? Well, I'm not afraid to say it. Kennedy cartoons, wait for it, is okay in my books. Crush him, flatten him, demolish him. And yes, I know what you're thinking that I might be insane. Well, I have an opinion too, and I don't think Kennedy cartoons is that bad, despite how many people give it a bad rep. Ow! Sure, some of their animators may not be the best. I mean, how do I put this? Glenn Kennedy, despite being the head, isn't all, well, perfect. I mean, I don't mind the kick dancing or the beautifully animated pointing finger jokes, but yeah, I don't really get as much of a kick there. Same can be said for Namku Lee, who I guess directed one of the episodes of Tiny Toons. It was called Who Bopped Buster Bunny. And believe it or not, that's one of my few favorite episodes Kennedy cartoons animated. It felt pretty solid. And even if Encore Cartoons did some alternate takes, yes, that Encore Cartoons, the same one I ranked firsthand and said it was the worst, well, not the worst, but subpar, did some cleanup or alternate to it, they still did a better job, than some of the animators, but not by a long shot. Maybe by a small margin, but not by a long shot. I was hit by a truck. But then you might be asking, hey, why would I say Kennedy Cartoons is good? Well, remember the Acme Bowl? That was one of their better animated episodes as well. Along with Hair Today, Gone Tomorrow, Son of Luniversity Days, well, mostly the segment Plucky's Dastardly Deed, and of course, Open and Shut Case. I don't really mind B sharp or C flat. I mean, it was okay for a Kennedy Cartoons animated episode, but I didn't get that spark. Oh, the Looney Beginning thing was also okay. Yeah, that was a pretty good hybrid. High Tunes, another fine episode that Kennedy Cartoons animated. And it may be their last episode that they animated. It in air order, but it was their best one yet. Meanwhile, for the not-so-good ones, I'd give that prize to, not the Acme Home Shopping Hour, that's ACOM. But I would say Buster's Guide to Goofing Off wasn't as beautifully animated. How sweet it is. All three segments were fine, but not as beautiful as the other good ones. It was subpar. Gangbusters was okay, but not as good enough to fit on the top 10. It was an honorable mention. And I guess I could safely say that Kennedy Cartoons has some good animators like James Stratton and Wendy Parkins. And John McLennan, John Williamson, Jim Kin, Itae Kim, Namku Lee, Iswan Hong, or Huang if I'm mistaken, and Harold Duckett, and Darren Vanderberg. I know what happened to most of them. They all split paths. Glenn Kennedy would make Open Shot Pros in Philippines, which was a bit better than Kennedy Cartoons, even if it was Philippine-based. And of course, there's always that one beautiful mentioning I have to do. Ow! Oh, yeah, black goobly. Plumbla. Rest in pieces, Harold Duckett. You're still in my soul. And hey, someone may be looking over your work right now and be planning on developing it into its own original series. Darn that Thomas Holt surviving his crushing agony. But oh well, that just leaves 4 animation studios left to rank. And I'm glad I liked, shared, subscribed, and hit that like bell so I know where I can drop my next move on him.